What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at $34,564. We're down about 2.5%. And I had a few things I want to go over today. We're going to look at some Fibonacci retracement levels, and we're also going to look at some of these moving averages and see if we have found our bottom or if we're going to have a little bit more correcting to do. So if you get something from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I try to do it as fast as I can. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I know a lot of people don't want to hear everybody, talking for hours and hours on these videos. I don't like that either. So if you like the videos a little bit shorter, let me know down below and we'll dig into this. So first of all, what I want to pay attention to is the daily candle close. So we're going to be looking at Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame here. And what you can see is we're having a bit of almost like a spinning top candle right here, and this is off the 20 EMA. Now, typically in uptrends for Bitcoin, we like to stay up above on the 1-day time frame, up above the 20 EMA, and that's going to be in purple here, as well as that 50. Sometimes we can get some retracements back into the 50, sometimes even deeper into that 100. But right now, what we're looking to see is if we can hold this area, have a daily candle close above the 20 EMA today, because we basically had here about a 20% drop. It was a very fast, aggressive drop, and you can see right now Bitcoin's at 61 on the RSI, so we have cooled down enough to where if this is the area we can find support, we could get that next leg to the upside, which would most likely potentially take us up to $50,000. And that's the potential. So, not financial advice, I think a safe place to be here is if you started layering into your position at this area, if you haven't got a position yet. And then if we do end up just having a weak little bounce here where we go up on light volume and then we fall another leg lower, you could put more buying limit buy orders right in that area off the 50 moving average. And that would roughly be about $26,613. And that could give you a great buying opportunity down in this level, because right now, I mean, we're even holding the 0.236. We wicked down to it. If that's all the farther that we did drop, that's extremely bullish. If that's what we do hold as our higher low there before we go up and potentially get over top of that 42,000, right in that range. So we're going to have to look for that. Next area, the 0.382, that's going to be at $24,073. That's a common area as well. In uptrends, we can get retracements down to that area. And sometimes it'll be we get this first push down, then we'll come back up a little bit here, have a relief rally, and then we'll have another leg down to that 0.382 or even that 0.5. That's still healthy in that range. And sometimes, not saying it's going to happen, but sometimes we can even get those retracements back to that 0.618. And that would correlate around this 200 EMA, and that would be all the way back around, we'd call it $17,000, $17,200. And anything's possible in this space. And if you want to get into this space, those are good areas to potentially have those buy orders in at. Like the 0.618, who knows if you didn't get a super long wick down in that area, and maybe you can pick some up when things get crazy on the flash crashes that happen in this space all the time. So those are areas I'm going to look at, and we're going to have to see if we do hold that 0.236, because if we don't, then it's most likely going to be down around that $24,073. But I like to see that all the RSI, the oscillators, they're cooling down. They're giving us room to potentially go get that next higher high. Right now on the stock, we're at 29 and 57. So you can see when we have these dumps, it cools everything off really fast, which I like. That's a benefit in this space. You can dump so hard so fast that you're ready for the next leg up here, and it didn't take months like it typically takes when you read the encyclopedia of chart patterns or just typical stuff in the stock market. So that's why we're in this space. It's so much faster. It's 24 hours. And also let me know down below, does the 24 hours, do you like that it's open 24/7, or does it stress you out? Because, I mean, I've been there before when you're trading, doing things where sometimes you, on Christmas and stuff, you say, hey, I just wish it would just pause for a moment or consolidate sideways for a moment. So I wanted to know, do you guys like the 24/7 because it presents so many more opportunities, or do you wish sometimes we would get those little breaks or a weekend off? I would love to hear your opinion down below. I'm mixed on it. There's some days when you wish sometimes you could just go to bed and you wouldn't wake up to craziness in the market or whatever, but that's what you also have to plan for. It's a different type of space. So I think it's great, but there's also those times when you do get a little tired just mentally when you're trying to run another business and have a family and do everything else that's going on. So I'd love your opinion down low on that. But what I also want to do next for us here, we're going to look at the retracements and typically how deep they will be and the percentage that will go to the downside. So this one here, we ended up going down 30%. So that's what I'm saying. This potentially could be the area here, and this could be where we stop or at least move sideways before we go back up and attempt again. But we have to be careful, and we have to watch the volume that we don't get just a short bounce and then another leg down. So keep an eye on those two things. Next retracement we had down in this area, that was roughly about 20%. And we're just looking at the dumps. Back in here about 20%. Looking at about 12%, and sometimes we just go sideways before we get that next move. We'll measure one more here. So you can see this one's been a little bit more extreme, 20%. So this one down about 29% here. So, you know, it presented a lot of good opportunities. I was asking people yesterday if they did end up going shopping for some altcoins, and about 72, I think it was 72 or 75% of people said they did do a little bit of shopping yesterday when we had that huge dump. And if you did do a little shopping, let me know down low. We'll look at the 12-hour time frame. You can see we had a really great buy candle right in this area, almost a hammer candle. So we'll see if we can keep that moving to the upside. That's what's going to be important on the 12-hour time frame. Still up above the 50, 100, and 200 EMA. We're below our 20 EMA on the 12-hour time frame. If we go into the 4-hour, take a look here. So we have got some nice buying pressure. That's heavier volume, so I'm glad to see that. The RSI is at 44 right now. We want to continue to hold this higher low, see if we can move up to the upside there and get over top of 36,801 would be the next area. Then we look to the 1-hour time frame, and on the 1 hour we did lose an important area, and that's our 200 EMA on the 1-hour time frame. So we have lost that, and for the most part this entire uptrend we stayed up above that. So we need to get back up above that as soon as possible. But you can see we did get some heavy buying pressure down around that $30,000 area. We have some longer wicks there, so some of the whales accumulating. So you can see we pushed up here, see if we can set that higher low, and then maybe go back up, get up over top of that 36,800 right in that range. So you guys let me know what you're doing. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.